See, I pushed the wrong button. All right, so we're going to do the Celtic Cross, or at least the cross. Maybe the we'll see. Okay, so first, because the star came out, and it's oh well, this kind of the deck is upside down. Is that it? This deck is every which way. Okay, I'm gonna go back again. I think that's coming out of the cove. Something's coming out of the cove is what's really significant. What's significant? Independently wealthy, independently enjoy the rest of your hard work. Oh, enjoy the results of your hard work. Self care, satisfaction, luxury, abundance, self sufficiency, financial independence, prosperity, refinement, comfort, life. All right. That sounds great. All right. So who are we? Oh, wow. Retirement. This landed down here in But God. Square aspect. Disruption. Ooh, challenge. Wow. Okay. This is a square major aspect here. But God, and the snake is under that. This is like some, and the snake is number 7. This a Queen of Wands ish, a fire sign female possibly is involved. Um, this queen here is an earth sign here, but nonetheless, it's about self sufficiency and independence, being able to stand on your own 2 feet, on your square. On your square. How cool. How cool. Major aspect. There's some major thing going on. Major aspects happening now to complete this square. Maybe it was strike a line over here and a line way over here. Now they're connecting at the bottom and the top at 90 degrees, child. At 90 degrees. Take that how it resonates. Okay? So, major aspect, the relationship between several planets and the degree apart from each other. Disruption, challenge, what is this? Hand? Hindrance. Hindrance, conflicts, limitation, strength. Strength is required now. So at least we have the play. We have the information. We know, okay, so this is the results. There's going to be results coming from this. So we know what to look for. We look for disruption, look for the challenges, look for hindrances, look at the conflict, look at the limitations and the strength. See who's in charge of all of that. Like we have to get smart to stay. We're independent. Whatever got us there. And then adding to that, because this came out next. Knowledge, the God card, knowledge. I said, what are we? And this came out. And that is the Hierophant. Understand your higher beliefs, values, and personal boundaries. Teaching spirituality, tradition, spiritual wisdom, conformity, morality, ethics, and forgiveness, compassion, and intuitions. So that's who we are. We've learned from the past. That's how we got here. No matter how much is in your bank or in your pocket, you have the ability, and you've proven yourself to God. So He'll take care of you. He'll take whatever pinnacles you invest and multiply it to whatever it is you need. And right now, okay, things might be difficult. Maybe have gone through difficult because there is a lot of difficult knowledge, information coming in, and it's like you have to decipher it, and you have to, well, what can I do about it? I have to take care of myself so that I could even help or be compassionate or lend. And so what it's also if these things trigger inside of me this, why is that? And finding out, well, what is my purpose in this situation? How do I lend myself? What is the best way to lend myself towards this? How I can be the bridge across, however that is, that I can be the bridge. How is that? Ooh, honey, and how to relieve the burden, to share the burden, to not hold all of it, to share the burden. Okay, and here's now this King of Wands, which is the mate to the Queen of Wands that I saw somewhere. I don't know where I saw it, but I did. So he's got a stick too to add to it. So maybe the King of Wands, a Leo, Sag, Aries, will take some of the burden, but also, and lay some burden down, but also like maybe up, pick up some, pick up some of the slack. Now this is upside down. I don't usually take upside down or nothing, but with this deck I can read it. It's letting go, like he's manipulation, unreliability, untrustworthiness, overacting, imagination, unrealistic, jealousy, moody, heartbreak, cheating, deception. So this, why am I? Here I go. This this is what's crossing us, is this behavior, which is burdensome. But the knowledge that we have is propelling us and preparing us for the future. So let's see. Because here's the Chariot in my hand, and there's some chaos and conflict, some like bickering or some little jealousy spats or whatever. But let's see. So what's the foundation? What's the foundation? Okay, so this is the 7 illusions, or this is step back from everything to gain perspective. I think I just said that in other words, but this is a better way to say it. The choices that we choose to think, the things that our imagination shows, to change them into the things that we would wish or hope the betterment of everyone. But there's illusions here. This is foundation, which is below here. So that's part of the burden and the lesson, is seeing if you can decipher the difference between what is what, and walk away from the things that don't serve you. So, okay, that's the foundation. And move on, move forward. Yeah, that's it. Move forward and past the past, because that's what's next. Past. So move forward. Control what you can. Be assertive, be determined in the direction that you want to go, and have the willpower and the discipline to do this. You will be successful if you do. Take the actions necessary to persevere through this journey. This is, can't rush through this. There are decisions that you have to make. The adversary, the devil, sinking around to see somebody's wanting vengeance. And so that is what we need to be prepared. Well, what we're moving past, we know we're hearing about this information. Your success in the face of difficulty. So the time things are difficult, things that sound crazy and ridiculous. There are some things going on in the meantime. People are not helping, even with the small things. And there's transformations going on. Personal growth always means leaving something behind. There are things that we're having to leave behind, which could be this, which be leave behind blocked, being distractive and inactive, having a lack mentality, lack of progress, procrastinating, learning from not learning from failure, having unrealistic goals, but looking at things with introspection and reflection and enlightened wisdom now. Soul searching, solitude, spiritual enlightenment, counsel of truth, finding truth and inner strength through all that, having to look at oneself, looking at one's inner and projections or realities, or looking at oneself, not focusing so much on what they did to me. What is it that you allowed? Taking responsibility for your stuff, being enlightened, having the inner strength, being prudent in certain areas, being cautious but vigilant and patient, withdrawing in certain circumstances, and just having always introspecting, taking all of that and seeing now that those cups that were spilled, and although you may have lost some love, you still have love. You still have love, and love is with you, and love is finding you, and what love wants to find you. Just look up. All right, so what about, okay, oops, so somebody look up, yeah, basically, and so get back to work. Look up and get back to work. Somebody is not focusing, they're looking down, they're not doing their work. So here it is again. So introspection, look at this. Don't not look at it. Work, do the work. You gotta do the inner work. Not so some are doing it and some are not. So get to doing the work that makes your life brand new. Now here's this death card, and it's upside down. Stagnation, sameness, restrained, resisting change, fear of new beginning, dependency, replaying negative patterns, repeating negative patterns, slow changing, a narrow escape, cheating death. So somebody is trying to not look at how things really are, this illusion here, and they want to stop somebody from transitioning, from moving on from, but it's just falling on but God, from rejection. They don't want to be rejected. They don't want to be separate. They're in disharmony. They don't love themselves. They're depressed about this breakup. They don't have trust anymore. Some people are arguing. They have strained relationships right now. Okay, so what is the future outcome? Judgment. Well, that's for sure. Answering the call to action creates new opportunities, so we can get new opportunities in these areas. Okay, we're going to get them. What are you going to do with it? You're guided to say yes. You're guided to say yes. Action, renewed, absolution, judgment, rebirth, inner calling. Answer the call. Awaken and reflect, reckoning. Here we go. Reflect. This is saying reflect is. So this is a daily thing. Reflect from the day before. Before you go to bed, reflect on the day. Pray about what you would want for the future day and believe that it'll happen. Have hope. I saw hopes. Okay, here it is. Hopes and fear. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. Oh, this is upside down. Temperance, balance, hopes and fears, conflict, impatience, instability, imbalance, excess, self-healing, realignment, discord, disunion, hostility, frustration, hastiness, overindulgent, risky behavior. So that's what we're balancing out, because that's what whoever the opposing side is trying to do, whatever the negative side of that is what they're trying to use to bring the conflict and the imbalance and to make people frustrated so that they don't seek they can't seek balance to create calmness. They won't be able to create this calmness. They'll just be in limbo, just up and down every day. Got to take control of your life and your body and your breath and your spirit and your energy and your footprints. You are so wanted. This heartbroken, people are heartbroken. Well, God heals the brokenhearted. He saves those who are crushed in spirit. He's definitely there for that. He's not here for the perfect or any of that. He is here for the low, the people, the homeless, the hurt, the disenfranchised, the vulnerable. He says so much in the Bible. Whether you believe it or not, you should. Let's believe it. Read these things that are good and of a good report. We hear the negativity and we acknowledge it, the truth. And then we see how we can focus our energies together to change it, to get her together, to get her the feminine, nurturing Mother Earth, to get her. Mother Earth is a female energy. Abundant, you can plant seeds and they grow. Feminines, you can plant the seeds, nurturers, that's the caregivers, and the earth is caring for us, feeding us to take care of us. And there's people that are poisoning it, putting down the stuff that you can taste. It's chalky and it affects the thinking, the mind. It's really a lot about the mind control, because as the mind goes, as it all goes, as the mind grows or lack thereof, there it all goes. You know what I'm saying? The mind is so powerful. I say it, say it. Because I remember when I was young and foolish. I didn't know what I was doing. Didn't know it nothing to go home. Burn her up on me, Charlie. No. Okay, anyway. No. Look at this. Somebody is going away. Recovery, assistance, relief, recovery from financial loss, spiritual poverty, luck, triumph, better health, better days, coming from walking away, no more hopelessness and drifting into. Now you have more time for yourself, more time to, because you make decisions. More indecision, back and forth, back, so you can make better decisions for yourself. No more aimless drifting, walking away, or stagnant. You know which way to go, and now you're watching as your abundance comes in. You're prepared. Find your inspiration to take action, but preparation, planning, expansion, leadership, moving forward, foresight, overseas, opportunities, progress. So some things, from overseas, there's some maybe opportunities to bridge. Maybe there's that other, just one more leg there for the foundation here. And there was judgment called on. And maybe this is where somebody's not working. Well, now somebody's working to help relieve this burden, child. Relieving the burden, honey. Somebody with a lot of knowledge and who is independently wealthy on their own. Hallelujah. Give it to ya. All right. That's a good one. Bye-bye. This is in the way. Where's the thing?